Hello, this is Dr. Archibald. This is View and Do 3.3 on cross and scene. Okay, so write a one page response where you say what you learned from reading and listening to the Jing of the section below and how you might implement these ideas into your own paper. Post your response to the text box in D2L for this View and Do. So this is on scene, its components. So what can be transmitted to the reader best by a scene? Identify the scenes that make up the story in your essay. A scene includes who, what, where, when, what people said, and even what people said they thought at the time, using interior monologue. A scene occurs in a particular place. Usually the narrator and one or more others are there at a particular time. Something happens, people converse, sometimes someone thinks about something. So, when these elements change significantly, it may be a new scene. Note 2. As I've been saying from the beginning of this course, I want you to read these essays from a writer's point of view. A writer reads an essay like Cross's The King of Tides for techniques she can use to write her own essay. Since you are enrolled in a college writing class, all of you are writers and should assume the identity of a writer when approaching the course readings. When you read like a writer, pay attention to the effects the writer's language has on you. Language has particular effects on us. It can make us angry, it can make us wonder, it can make us laugh, etc. One of the most important things language can do is to make us feel emotion, because emotion gets us involved with what the writer is writing, so we read on. It's the logic. It's logical then to assume that if you can evoke emotion in a reader, then your writing will be read and you will be a successful writer, at least in that sense. But there is a general mystery as to how emotion is evoked in a piece of writing. I am of the school that emotion is evoked when the writer uses concrete nouns, strong verbs, and few, if any, adjectives, and by putting readers securely in time and place so that they can see bodies in motion. So Cross definitely employs these techniques in this selection from her essay, The King of Tides. As he, the father, knelt over my fish, removing the hook, a rogue swell pitched the boat. The Eagle Scout lost his balance. His foot flew up behind him and kicked my father squarely in the face. My father looked up, more in shock than pain, with a look I had never seen. His glasses were askew, one eye was bruised, blood gushed from a cut beneath it. My mother and I rushed to his side and fussed. The look she describes is perfectly demonstrated in the glasses that are askew, a strong verb used to give a picture that cements the action in the scene. And also, this idea of he gave me a look I had never seen. And then these three sentences: his glasses were askew, one eye was bruised, blood gushed from a cut beneath it, are all talking about the body and not what people felt or what kind of emotions were there. She's not describing the emotions, she's describing how it looks, and from that the reader gets the emotion. Okay, the glasses are askew, one eye bruised, pity, blood gushing, more pity. Okay, so the economy of the descriptive words is important for how they allow the reader to fill in the action of the scene. Not only fill in the action, but like I said, communicate the emotion. And it's important to note that we don't learn emotion by her telling us what the emotion is. We learn it from the concrete nouns and verbs. So the scene also serves to confirm the character of the Eagle Scout. Without saying this, who persists in landing the fish, he doesn't move around and apologize right away. He lands the fish. So the most important purpose of the action, which is the most important purpose of the action for the father and the writer. Okay? All right. Thanks.